Welcome back to another episode of Gregtech Community Edition Modern. Last time, we got most of the way done with our neck chains, and we are needing a bit more stuff to actually make it there. The problem that I'm having is that it takes forever to melt down all the materials for everything that I need, as well as I do actually need to go out and get some more materials to finish up as well. But because the melting down of the materials takes so long, I mean, I sat there for an hour and I didn't finish crafting everything I needed for the first little bit. So we are going to fix that by adding another 3 machines today to our auto crafter. The first one will fix the melting down process, and the other ones are to fix our smelting speeds. So, the first thing we're going to go ahead and make is a wonderful large extraction machine. It's a 3x3x5. And we can run it directly off of this side. I guess that's EV. My thing is I grabbed IV stuff, so I definitely want to branch out from a slightly different spot. So maybe like right here. Oh, we could go back over here. Well, let's go back over here. So our first machine is going to be our large extraction machine, which, if we look at it, it's literally just a box. The only difference is we have the pipe casing, which I'm assuming is going to be on either side with an empty space in the middle. Now, another thing that you might be able to see in my inventory is I can now upgrade our parallelization hatches. So that's probably something that's going to be done over a short amount of time between episodes, because it's cool that we can do 4, but 16 is much better. The only thing that's kind of interesting is I don't think the parallelization will help with much of anything actually right now until we get ourselves the rotary blast hearth, I think is what it's called. It's a large blast furnace, but for the extraction machine, it will actually help quite a bit, as one of the biggest things is a lot of the items have a large amount of time that they take, on top of the fact... Oh, great. See, and this is something I've been struggling with this entire time while I've been trying to prepare for this episode. Let's see if it happened again, as it looks like that's the case. No? Yes? Okay, no, it is crafting everything. We're good. Okay. So now we're just waiting for ingots to cool, I'm guessing? Is that right? Oh, it definitely doesn't help that this machine's not full, because I forgot to place a block back. Frostproof aluminum casing. There we go, much better. Okay, now we should actually see our things go. Why is it not... Can't be running out of energy. This isn't attached to anything else but this part here. So what's wrong? Interesting. As for the rest of it... That's interesting. Should be splitting its work a little bit more evenly, but it doesn't seem to be doing so. I have to figure out exactly how I'm going to fix that. It's a priority. 0? So is this one. Anyhow, we should have Still don't have the hatches. What's going on with this? I am, like, super confused at why this stuff is not... I've been having issues with this for the last little bit here. What are we having an issue with now? It's saying... It is the same thing that's having problems, and it's this thing. I have no idea how to fix this, because I've literally had to come out here, wrench it off, pop it back on, and reassign all the recipes to get it to function again. And it looks like it's still... Oh. That would be why. Because that recipe needs to be fixed. Recipe... Put the dust one there. Right there. We'll just do that. And then maybe we can get it to function. Or not. Set it. No. We're still just gonna have to fight with it, because why wouldn't we? Ooh, we'll be right back, guys. Alright, we switched it off of that thing. We need to build one of those as well, because apparently it does not want to play nice at all. I was hoping to get the hatch down first, but we'll go ahead and put down our other blocks, lining out where we're going to go ahead and put this. So let's go ahead and do a 1, 2, and we'll place the energy block here so we can branch off this way for a few machines. And then we just need to hook up our inputs and outputs up top on the upper side. So we'll go ahead and lay out the entire bottom. That should be the 5, and now we can grab out our hatch. Energy hatches, there we go. Okay, energy hatch there. And then, like always, we're going to go ahead and place our special parts of the multi-block right up front and center so I can see them. We're going to need our pipe casing inside, so we'll do that inside first. And then we just need ourselves an input hatch. Let's look at this one more time. I think it can accept all of them, and I want it to accept all of them. So let's go ahead and get our input bus was right there. So we want our input bus right up top here. Input wrenched up top. And our output hatch right up top. That's... I guess that's our only output hatch. Okay, so I'll do that right up top too. Again, wrenched up top. And then we will have these up there as well, just in case we need to use them for some reason. But with the current output that we're planning on it being, we shouldn't. So we will leave them unattached. So from there, we should be able to just fill out our watertight casings. Oop. And I do have an extra, so that one doesn't matter just yet. Boom, boom, and boom. And there we go. Now, we can transfer... And I think we actually want this wrenched this way. Because for now, it's not going to be a huge problem. But in the future, we might end up having to do our P2P tunnel to allow additional recipes into that area. So let's go ahead and grab out one of our... I guess we don't need the extended provider just yet. Actually, no, we do want that. We'll grab that. Our extended provider and a single wire. And then we just have to go grab our different recipes out of our other extractor. And you will see how bad it got that I have this one. And I set this one up because it was just a little bit too much to deal with the few that I had running. But now we can go ahead and come over and pop these into our newly made extractor. And I will be right back after I've grabbed the rest of them. Alright, we've removed the need for our extractor by adding this bad boy to the system. And so we might as well test it out. So let's go ahead and get up a queue of, I don't know, let's do 2 buckets of soldering alloy. And see how quickly that thing finishes up. It does not have energy, so let's go ahead and grab that out. I almost forgot. This is why it's a good thing to test machines, so that if you did forget something as simple as, hey, how about you hook it up to power, bruh? We can get it done. Alright, there's the power. I take it already finished one. No. Oh, maybe I need to... No, it's on extractor. So... Input oh. You know, I should take a closer look at which thing I put it on. I knew there was something wrong with my thing. Output hatch. Yep. Well, there it is. Nice and quick. Already done. Before I'm even ready to grab it into the system. And now we need to replace 2 more machines as well. And those are going to be our smelter and our alloy smelter. Which, that 3x3 spacing should be plenty. And these ones do not need their parallelization hatch. So that is something that is important to remember. Parallelization hatches are not needed for this. It's all up to the coils that you have. So we do need our input and output buses are going to go up top, so it's easier to grab them over. So it looks like we actually have everything we need on the bottom already. And there is 2. Now comes the important part, the coils. So we do need a total of 8 for each one, so 16 in all. And there is that, nice and quick. Now let's go ahead and make sure that we have enough space to do this. Oop. So we want our output bus right here. And we will wrench that upwards. And we want our input buses. Something tells me I was supposed to use a different input bus over there. So let's actually switch that out really quick for the other one. Do one of these ones here. Because that'll allow me to hold more when I go to process. And so this one's going to be our alloy smelter here. And then this one over here will be our regular smelter. Actually, I think this one's going to be... I don't know. Let's actually go ahead and upgrade to LVs. We need ourselves an LV output. Output. Hot hatch. Bus. And let's get those put away. We do need our muffler hatches out, so let's go ahead and place those before anything... Oh, we gotta wait on that one, I guess. And we got ourselves the output bus. So, output bus, I kind of like to do them the same so that I remember the way that I orient the storage bus, or the, sorry, not the storage, but the crafting bus and the other one. Do need to orient these to be unobstructed at the top here. And then done. So now we just need to make sure one of them, this is going to be our electric furnace. This one will be our alloy smelter. Wire those two into our system here. And continue on down the line. Grab out our wire snippers. And boom. And now comes the final straw, which is, once again, some more crafting interfaces on top of two additional, I guess it's pattern providers, but still, it's an interface nonetheless. Then we just need our cables brought over, which I think what we'll do is we'll bring it over from here, as it is a much closer. I don't have to use as much waste of cable to bring it all the way over. And those are all online. So now let's get our inventory cleaned up, as we're going to have a lot of patterns to bring over. And I can go ahead and put those coils away there. Probably everything else into appropriate backpacks. Okay. And now with that, where did it go? I was looking for something. Oh. I will be back as soon as I grab all my patterns, so I'll be right back. Alright, and here we are. We have all of the patterns in there. Now all that's left is to test them. So the first one I can test is gallium. I don't know if I really want to do that, because I don't know if we use that too much anymore. I guess I could process some graphene, as I know we use quite a bit of that. So let's look at graphene. Let's just make 10 more of those, and then the other one over here, we can make something like some more cables, because those require some of the fiberglass that is needed for, just do like 60. And that is lightning quick. All done. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome to see. Knowing that I can actually autocraft some of this stuff so much faster than I'd ever expected to. Now, honestly, the slowest part is the ME part of it, the crystallization in the bath, or whatever it's called, the autoclave. The autoclave is like going to be the slowest part of that, because lightning fast through there. And then there's the graphene going one at a time. Unfortunately, that is the case, but I mean, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? But that allows us to have both of those, and now we can do our honorary destroying of the auto crafting bus machine, which is right here. So we've got one electric furnace, one advanced alloy smelter. Don't think I have any recipes over here, so we're good. We can pick this up too. And then our extractors. The 1 and 2. It gives us 2 more batteries to have to figure out what to do with too. It's the only shame about the whole thing. Especially since I'd rather switch over to using this than these batteries. Ooh, but what do you do? Okay, our blast furnace, or this thing here. We can start smelting these down to reclaim some resources and give them their farewell. They served us. Okay, that's... Did they add those? They add like the dejuicer device of doom? That wasn't there before. I swear that wasn't there before. There's no way I'm just like that blind. Yeah, no, they weren't there before because they're in. What? I don't think those were there before. And operator, silly things. Oh, I didn't realize there was like a little tooltip tag. The high-tech combination smelter. The dejuicer device of doom. D123. Interesting names for them indeed. Well, this definitely satisfies us slowing down, or not slowing down, what is it called? Reducing the footprint over here in the overworld, as well as increasing the speed at which we can craft stuff with. Now, if only I could have this thing function properly, so that every time I order something that needs wrought iron, or the other one, that it would just do it so that I could use it. But I'm going to have to figure out making a brand new multi-block arc furnace for the other world just to be able to do that. It'll be nice because I can actually set up the dual input thing for one of these. So it's kind of nice that we waited until we could do the dual input for this one. But there goes those two machines, as well as being the end of our episode. I'd like to thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe. Leave a comment in the comment section. I really do appreciate all the support from each one of you. Thank you very much for watching, and bye!